Monsties, you are not going to believe the news that just broke across the internet today. Imagine a battlefield where hundreds of fifth-generation K-pop idols are fighting for a single throne. But wait, something is very different this time. In the newly leaked top 10 list from the Chinese giant platform Weibo, almost every single spot is dominated by handsome boys from massive monster groups. But then, out of nowhere, there is one name. The only queen, the only female star who managed to break through the high wall of boy group dominance. Who is she? None other than the it girl of BABYMONSTER, Ahyeon. Netizens in Korea are buzzing, and Chinese netizens are even more shocked. Why is this list so important? Why is Ahyeon standing there all alone, surrounded by a squad of male bodyguards from the rest of the fifth generation? And the most heart-racing part is the figure at the number 1 spot, whose numbers are absolutely mind-blowing, reaching tens of billions of views. Do not blink and do not skip this video, because today we are going to break down the latest data for the top 10 most viewed 5th-gen K-pop idols on Weibo's Super Topics. Get your snacks ready, because this popularity drama is getting real. Before we dive into the full list, let me explain the context for those of you who might be new to the K-pop world or do not understand how Weibo Super Topics work. In China, they do not have open access to platforms like Twitter or Instagram. They have Weibo. Inside Weibo, there is something called Super Topics, or Chaohua. This is not just the simple hashtag. This is the headquarters for hardcore fans. This is where your loyalty is tested. How much you post and how much you consume content is recorded in these massive view counts. These numbers do not lie. If you have billions of views on Weibo, it means you are the king or queen of the Chinese market. And we all know the Chinese market is a gold mine for the K-pop industry. Once you go viral there, your career can reach the moon. This list specifically focuses on the 5th generation, a group of idols known for incredible talent and bloodier competition than the 4th generation. We are talking about groups like ZEROBASEONE, RIIZE, BABYMONSTER, and NCT Wish. Let us see who is truly powerful and who is just temporary hype. Let us start from the bottom, but make no mistake, even the bottom of this list is elite. At number 10, we have Jaehyun from Boy Next Door with 1.70 billion views. Jaehyun is the definition of boyfriend material that makes fans in China swoon. His relaxed but sharp rap style has truly found a place in their hearts. Moving up to number 9, we have Anton from RIIZE, the visual prince with 1.72 billion views. Anton is a total fan magnet. His innocent face, combined with his tall, athletic frame, is the ideal type on Weibo. RIIZE does not stop there. In the 6th and 5th positions, we have the powerful duo Sungchan and Shotaro. Sungchan has 2.17 billion views, and Shotaro has 2.75 billion views. This is incredible. RIIZE is proving they are SM Entertainment favorites who have successfully captured the global market. And let's not forget Yushi from NCT Wish at number 7. With 1.99 billion views, Yushi proves that the Japanese unit of NCT has significant influence in mainland China. His unique visuals frequently make him a hot topic on Weibo discussion forums. But among all these cool guys, there's one figure that gives us chills. And here she is, the main star of our discussion today. At number 8, we have Ahyeon of BABYMONSTER with 1.91 billion views. Do you realize how impressive this is? Look at the list again. Numbers 1 through 7 are all men. Numbers 9 and 10 are men. Ahyeon is the only woman on this list. She is the true definition of an ace. Ahyeon is not just a member of BABYMONSTER. Since her debut, and even since her introduction videos, Chinese netizens have been deeply in love with her. She has that little Jenny aura, but with an explosive vocal and stage presence. In China, they love idols who have the full package: great vocals, sharp dancing, and a high-end visual. Ahyeon has it all. Imagine having to compete with boy group fan bases that are usually much more militant when it comes to streaming and engagement. Yet, Ahyeon stands tall. This achievement proves that she is not just popular in Korea or internationally, but she is the new sweetheart of China. Many netizens say that Ahyeon doesn't even need her group to shine there. Her own aura is enough to dominate the stage. This is a clear sign that Ahyeon is on her way to becoming a legendary soloist, just like her YG seniors. Looking at these numbers, the answer is a resounding yes. Now we enter the red zone, the zone where the numbers are no longer just billions, but levels that make your head spin. At number 3, we have Wonbin from RIIZE with 3.52 billion views. Wonbin is a total phenomenon. His hair, his gaze, and his overall vibe have led Chinese netizens to call him a visual from heaven. Almost every week, a photo or video of Wonbin goes trending on Weibo. Then, at number 2, we have Han Yoo-jin from ZEROBASEONE with 4.11 billion views. The golden maknae has an incredibly protective and royal fan base in China. The popularity of ZEROBASEONE there has been massive since the Boys Planet days, and Yoo-jin is at the peak of it. But hold tight, because the number 1 spot is in a different galaxy entirely. At the very top, holding the highest crown of the 5th generation in China, is Zhang Hao from ZEROBASEONE. Prepare yourselves for this number, 16.35 billion. This is not a typo. It's 16.35 billion. The gap between him and the second position is nearly 12 billion views. Zhang Hao is more than just an idol. He's like a national hero in China. As a Chinese native who successfully became the center of a K-pop group through a survival show, the pride of the fans there is overflowing. Zhang Hao is the unshakable king. Every breath he takes on stage is watched by what feels like the entire population of China. Looking at this list, we can learn one thing. The 5th generation of K-pop is taking over the world, and China is the primary battleground. The dominance of ZEROBASEONE and RIIZE was somewhat expected, but Ahyeon appearing as the only female idol in this list is a proud anomaly. She doesn't just represent BABYMONSTER, she represents all 5th generation girl groups by showing that women can have immense power in a market as large as China. Now, I want to hear from you. Why do you think Ahyeon is so strong in China, even though she only recently made her official debut? Is it the YG aura or her talent that is simply above average? And for the ZEROBASEONE fans, how does it feel to see Zhang Hao reach 16 billion views? That's absolutely insane. Write your thoughts in the comments below. Feel free to hype up your bias, but remember to stay respectful. If you enjoyed this informative and dramatic breakdown, don't forget to like this video and share it with your K-pop communities. Most importantly, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You do not want to miss the next big update from the world of K-pop. I'm signing off for now. See you in the next video. Keep standing and stay awesome. Goodbye. To dive deeper into this phenomenon, we have to talk about the shifting landscape of K-pop global marketing and why these specific numbers on Weibo are sending shockwaves through the industry. For years, the 4th generation was defined by a balanced rivalry between girl groups and boy groups. But as we transition fully into the 5th generation, the data suggests a massive surge in individual brand power. The fact that Zhang Hao sits at the top with over 16 billion views is not just a win for his group, ZEROBASEONE, but it serves as a case study on the power of regional identity. Zhang Hao is a musical prodigy from Fujian, China, and his journey of becoming the first ever foreign center in an Mnet survival show history created a narrative that is irresistible to the Chinese public. It is a story of breaking barriers, and in the world of Weibo's super topics, narrative is everything. Fans are not just watching his performances, they are celebrating his existence as a symbol of pride. This kind of organic, deep-rooted emotional connection is exactly what drives these astronomical numbers. However, the real conversation starter remains Ahyeon. When we look at the history of K-pop in China, female idols like Lisa from Blackpink or Ningning from aespa have always had a strong presence, but they usually had years of career building to reach the billionaire view club. Ahyeon has achieved this in record time. Why is her solo power so concentrated? Industry insiders suggest that Ahyeon possesses the rare it girl factor that transcends language. Her fashion choices, her facial expressions during Sheesh and Batter Up, and even her pre-debut training clips have been reposted millions of times on Douyin and Weibo. In China, there is a specific term for idols who have a high-class or expensive visual aura, and Ahyeon fits that description perfectly. While other girl groups might have higher cumulative group views, Ahyeon's individual supertopic is thriving because she has become a lifestyle icon. Young fans in China look at her not just as a singer, but as a trendsetter. If she wears a certain hair clip or uses a specific lipstick, it becomes an instant trend. This level of individual influence is rare for a rookie, and it explains why she's standing alone among the giants of RIIZE and ZEROBASEONE. Speaking of RIIZE, we cannot ignore the SM entertainment strategy that has placed 4 of their members in this top 10 list. SM has always had a legendary blue blood reputation in China, dating back to the eras of EXO and Super Junior. By debuting RIIZE with a focus on emotional pop, they have tapped into a more relatable, aesthetic-driven side of the Chinese fanbase. Wonbin, in particular, has become a viral sensation due to his Gen 1 visual vibes, reminiscent of the legendary Flower Boys of the early 2000s. The Chinese market has a very specific aesthetic preference for sharp features and long, elegant silhouettes, which Wonbin, Sungchan, and Anton embody perfectly. The fact that RIIZE can occupy so many spots simultaneously shows that the group has a collective visual attack strategy, where every member is a potential bias for the general public. This makes their longevity in the market look incredibly promising. But let's look at the broader implications for the fifth-generation girl groups. Why are the others missing from the list? Groups like Illit, Eunice, or even the other members of BABYMONSTER are doing well, but they haven't yet reached the solo superstar status that Ahyeon has achieved on Weibo. This suggests that the Chinese market is becoming more selective. They are no longer just following a group because they come from a big company. They are looking for individual personalities that resonate with their specific cultural tastes. Ahyeon's success is a wake-up call for agencies to invest more in individual branding from day one. It proves that a single, highly impactful member can carry the brand awareness of an entire group in a competitive territory. As we look toward the rest of 2026, the question is whether anyone can challenge Zhang Hao's throne, or if another queen will rise to join Ahyeon. With new debuts on the horizon and the constant evolution of Weibo's algorithms, these numbers are always in flux. However, for now, Ahyeon remains the undisputed female champion of the fifth gen in the eyes of the Chinese public. Her presence at number 9 is a loud statement. You don't need to be part of a boy group to be a titan of the industry. She's paving a very specific, very golden path for all female idols who follow. Would you like me to analyze the specific growth trends of any of these other idols? Or perhaps look into how these Weibo rankings compare to their popularity on other platforms like Spotify or YouTube?